Okay, your name in full, please.
Don Phillippi, yeah.
Okay, your age, you were born December 26th in
1936.
1936, and you're going to make 80 years old this December 26, 2016, correct?
Yes.
And your employment history?
I was an iron worker for 35 years.
Iron worker for 35 years. You were also a private and commercial pilot, correct?
Yes.
Getting to Hawaii now, how long were you a resident of Hawaii? When did you first come here?
I first come here in 1963. I worked on the Ilikai.
On the Ilikai?
Yeah. Then I went back to the mainland. 20 years later, I come back. I was on my way to Costa Rica again. I was going to retire in Costa Rica.
Okay.
And I got met with these animals, and I never left.
Oh, so you started, the animals are the reason that you never went to Costa Rica?
Yeah.
Okay. You live at Kehe Harbor. You're moored on a sailboat that is 40 foot.
I sailed over here in 88,
right.
October 88.
How did you get started feeding the cats?
Due to the carriers and stuff that was left here with the people getting rid of their animals, didn't know what to do with them. So I started feeding them and taking care of them, and more kept coming.
You say that what kind of really touched your heart about this was there were a couple cats that were in the carriers that were too afraid to come out.
Yes.
And that's kind of like what started you off. You're thinking, oh my gosh, these cats need food and water, and from there it's just been a snowball.
Yes, that's true.
I'm going to run over these locations that you feed, and you can verify. Basically, you go from Costco out here to Kehe, sorry.
Yes.
You stop at Pier 38 and Pier 39.
Yes.
You stop at City Square.
Yes.
Dillingham and it looks like McNeil.
Yes.
Okay. Behind Foodland you feed.
Yes.
The McKesson building.
Yes.
The 76 gas station here on San Allen Access.
Yes.
Okay. Silva Street in the Industrial Park.
Yes.
Mary Street as well. Okay. And Aoiki Street.
Yes.
And Libby Street.
Yes. All of those.
And then you come out here to the Kehe, which is where you are moored basically, and leave your power boat to get back and forth out to the moor. Roughly, there's like how many spots out here from the bridge, meaning the San Allen Access Bridge, to I guess there's a little causeway or waterway that comes in, and you pretty much feed to there, right?
Yeah, I feed 60 places here.
60?
Yeah, and probably 45 or 50 places over there.
Over there, meaning by the water, more closer to the
harbor office, yeah, in that area, parking lots.
The new harbor office.
Yeah.
Okay. And what time do you start?
Used to like to get it started around 4 o'clock, but most generally it's after sunset now.
Okay, and then what time do you end up completing your routine?
I usually get home between 4 to 6 in the morning.
Oh, wow. And how many cats would you say there are total in the general areas that you go to?
Estimating somewhere around 300.
Could be a little bit more than that, 300 plus.
Sometimes I stop and feed if I see a cat that runs someplace, and I carry food in my car, so I'll stop and give him a little food. Yes.
Okay, gotcha. And roughly, considering, like, say, maybe this costs you $10 in gas in your rounds, you say you buy a chicken for particular cats, and then also your 2 dogs as well eat off of that chicken. So there's roughly $7-9 for a chicken roasted. You buy that at Foodland, correct?
I buy it at Costco.
At Costco, so
$5.25
$5.25
every day.
roughly. We got $10 in gas. We've got the chicken. How much do you spend in cat food daily?
I usually use about 60 pounds a day, dry food, and 40 to 50 cans a day.
Of wet food.
Wet food.
Cat food wise, we're looking at probably $65-$70
In that neighborhood. Yeah.
So roughly, you're utilizing $100 of your own money each day to do this, and you say 365 days out of the year.
Yes.
That's every day.
Every day.
Okay. Do you get any outside help?
I got one friend that gives me a couple of $100 a month.
$200 roughly a month?
Yes. The rest of it's mine.
Where do you purchase your food at? And do you have specific locations where it's on sale? Do you coupon cut? I mean, how do you do this?
Well, mainly it's Costco. But every once in a while, my friend buys a pallet at the commissaries. And
You're talking about the military commissary, correct?
yes. No, it's
Pallet meaning like 100 bags or 50 bags on a pallet?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we split that up. And
He has other people that he helps out as well?
yes,
So roughly you get like a third of a pallet?
somewhere in there.
Okay. And what obstacles have you faced, in these trials and tribulations of going around and feeding these cats? Is there anything major?
I have a lot of problems with people. Some of them are poisoning my cats. Some of them are shooting them with pellet guns. And I had one guy had 2 cats in a cage and drowned them here in the harbor.
That's sad.
Stuff like that. I call the police, make reports.
Yeah, because any more animals that are being tortured or mistreated, that's a criminal offense.
Yes, and a lot of them they live under parked cars, which I feed a lot of them under parked cars, and they get run over.
Have you had any problems at the harbor?
Yes, the harbor. I've been doing this for 20 years here in the harbor,
Right.
and they've been
They is in
the office, the harbor office, and the master.
the harbor master here.
We used to, they would call us in and make some kind of a agreement of where I could feed and where they didn't want me to feed and that kind of stuff. And in February
Of 2016?
yes, which in November before that, we had an agreement with the harbor office that I was okay to feed and go and trap and neuter these animals. That's the biggest thing, is neutering them. And we will try to work with the Humane Society and trap and neuter and return them.
Right, right.
And the harbor office decided that they didn't want no cats here at all, so they demanded I didn't feed anymore and reneged on their word.
Did they sign anything that, gave you certain areas to feed in and certain areas not to?
No, they just said
It was all verbal?
Stop completely.
They is in who? Does this come from the head?
Ed Underwood.
Ed Underwood, who oversees the harbor. Debbie Dudois.
Yeah.
Okay. How did that, did they enforce that at all? Was there any police action?
Well, when they built this building here, they took it over in February, March area. And when Ed Underwood come down here and he seen all the cats, he wanted to get rid of them. And he trapped some of them. I don't know what he did with them.
He did that personally, or did he have the Humane Society come out?
No, he did it himself and his employees.
I would think that would be borderline illegal.
They don't care. They do what they want to do.
Oh, okay.
And canceled my permit that I had here.
Permit for?
My mooring.
They canceled your boat mooring permit in order to...
And told me to get out of the harbor, yeah. And blocked my boat to where I couldn't sell it or trade it.
Blocked it?
Yes. If you have a harbor rule, they give me 3 harbor rules that they said I broke, and if you got a harbor rule against you, you can't sell or transfer your boat.
Really?
So I was going to sell my boat until I found out that I couldn't. So I just stayed and went and got me a lawyer, and the lawyer wrote him a few letters. And after 6 months, they give me back my permit.
Now, during that time when you didn't have your permit, were you allowed to go to your boat and sleep?
Yes.
Okay, so there wasn't no hindering there.
Well, they would renew me a temporary when their red line come down on the May of 31, and my lawyer sent them a letter. They give me another 30-day permit.
So each 30 days, your lawyer would have to send something in and
That's right.
and extend the permit
That's
that
right.
much longer until the 6-month period came along. And then
for 6 months this went on, yeah.
Okay, now how long is your permit good for when you moor?
1 year.
Okay, and you pay in advance for the mooring fee?
Yeah, and an inspection. You had to do a buoy run to qualify. And I'd done all this in February, and then they canceled me out.
Did they return any of your money that you had spent?
Nope. And they charged me for a permit fee each time I got a renewal for the 30 days.
So you've already paid for something that you have had, and you're having to pay again?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Do you have documentation of what you paid?
I have all the paperwork that they sent me and the paperwork that I
Receipts?
made payments, yeah.
Okay. So you can prove that what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, since the 6-month period and all this has happened, has anything happened to you personally? Have you been injured, threatened? Have you been,
I've been threatened a lot. Some other people come out and
try to intimidate you?
Yes.
Okay.
Many times. But their lawyer told my lawyer that they just want me out of here.
Got to ask you about your vehicle that you do this in.
I go through quite a few of them.
Is this like how many cars have you went through just for feeding the cats?
About 3 this last year.
3 in 1 year. Wow. Besides feeding them $100 a day.
Stopping and starting, and starters go out real fast.
Oh, I bet.
And I can't keep it running all night long because it costs too much. It's a Mazda MPV.
MPV, okay.
And I had a Kia, 2005 Kia that I was using, and I blew a hose on the freeway and burned it up.
So you say this is your 3rd vehicle this year?
Within a year, not this year.
And then what's your current health condition? Being almost 80, are you going for regular checkups? Do you have anything
Yes,
outstanding?
I go to Tripler, and they take very good care of me.
Okay.
I'm in good shape.
You got a clean bill.
Yes.
I'm sure you're concerned about, the future of this cat epidemic throughout Oahu County. But, are you concerned about, what will happen if you pass away, which we all end up doing? Who would take over in your place?
That's been a concern of mine, but I don't know how I could do anything about it. I just try to do what I can do.